Greetings, Marvel Strike Force community, and welcome to your community update show. We've got an amazing show with some cool guests, so let's get right into it. Please welcome back to the show one of our favorites, Mr. Byron Mehlsack, game designer. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. It's great to be back.
A lot has happened in the grander Marvel universe since we've last spoken, one of which being Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Did you get a chance to see the movie?
I did. I never thought they would be able to top Guardians 2, but apparently adding a talking dog to your movie makes everything better.
I'm sorry, did you say better than Guardians Volume 2? That's quite the bold statement to make there. Is it really just Cosmo that makes the whole thing for you?
Getting to see Adam Warlock and the High Evolutionary villain, like the whole thing, which is super entertaining.
What did you think of how they portrayed Adam Warlock, making him a little bit younger and still kind of, I guess, wet behind the ears is the term?
I think that was actually a really good direction to take Adam Warlock. Obviously, in the comics, like he's been around for a while. But actually presenting him as basically this brand new entity gives an opportunity for the MCU version of him to spend more time exploring his character. So I hope they do more with him.
I'm sorry, did you just hint at an Adam Warlock rework? Is that what you meant by doing more with him?
No, do not read more into this than what I'm saying.
I'm not reading into it, but you know, there are plenty of players that hang on our every word and like, ooh, did they just hint at something right there? So
no,
okay.
I'm just commenting on how I like how they handled Adam Warlock in the Guardians 3 movie.
Okay, all right, not being coy this time. And of course, it's always great when we get to bring characters from the silver screen or from TV shows into Marvel Strike Force. And speaking of which, I hear we have some characters that our players may recognize coming into the game from a show they might recognize.
Indeed, if you are a fan of the Loki show, then this release is for you. We are introducing a brand new team called the Bifrost Team. We kick things off with the elusive timeline-hopping fugitive Sylvie Laufey-Doté. Watch out, that blade is sharp. Next up is the adolescent self-proclaimed king of the void, Teen Loki, and his snappy partner, Alligator Loki. Third is someone that you likely already have lurking in your roster and are receiving a rework. It's Loki. Well, the first Loki in the Marvel Strike Force. The fourth member is a fan favorite that's been requested by players for years, quite possibly the most famous Corbinite of all time, Beta Ray Bill. And for the grand finale is the fourth original Marvel character to Marvel Strike Force. I'd like to introduce you to Vol, the last Asgardian from their dimension.
So I saw Sylvie's last name before, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. One more time. What is it?
Sylvie Laufey-Doté.
Oh, Laufey-Doté. All right, thank you very much. That's very helpful. Well, that's absolutely an incredible lineup. I cannot wait to dig in. I think we have to start with the Asgardian elephant in the room, which is Vol. Can you give us a bit of backstory on that character?
I could, but I think I know somebody a little bit more suited for the task.
What are you talking about, Miss Marvel? I am not OP. Oh, hey guys.
Oh, it's Sean Dugan, the creative director for the game. How'd you get here?
Well, Byron invited me, of course.
Well, I'm not sure how Byron got video transition powers, but while you're here, can you tell us about Vol?
I would love to tell you about Vol. Vol, the last Asgardian, is our next original character for Marvel Strike Force. Vol is a survivor of a universe that was devastated by Ultimus. Vol survived by collecting all these remnants and artifacts from the universe that Vol now wields. So Vol has Surtur's sword, has a scrap of Eternity's cape, has some salvaged armor from the Destroyer, the Gem of Sidorak. Everyone's perception of Vol is a little different. Some people see Vol's appearance as more masculine. Some people see Vol's appearance as more feminine, and some people see Vol's appearance more non-binary. Vol is all things, really, to all people. Vol is one of the last things they did was befriend a fledgling spark of the Phoenix Force. So they have like a little phoenix that is their traveling companion that helped them get out of their dead universe and come to the multiverse and Nexus Earth to help protect other universes from the same annihilation that they faced in their home universe.
Thanks for the insight, Sean.
Glad to help anytime. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, still don't know how you did that.
Heimdall owed me a favor.
I see. Well, we're going to dive into the kits, which you can follow along with in the updates page of MarvelStrikeForce.com. Byron, could you please give us a high-level overview of the team, including some of the synergies that the characters have with each other?
Sure. Looking over the kits, it's pretty obvious that the Bifrost team is built and designed for raids, with some sprinklings for Dark Dimension. Starting off with Teen Loki, he provides himself and the Bifrost team the ability to counterattack when they have regeneration. Sylvie is a powerful controller who clears taunt and reduces speed bar on enemy characters. Loki provides jump blockers and unlocks Sylvie's full potential. Beta Ray Bill Taunts provides defensive positive effects for himself and the Bifrost team and can summon the battleship Scuttlebutt to deal a ton of damage. Finally, Vol applies Exposed, and when exposed enemies are attacked, Vol generates ability energy and positive speed bar for themselves, which is used to fuel their ultimate and can revive a potential maximum of 4 dead allies.
So Exposed is a new mechanic. Could you give us a quick rundown of what that actually is?
Sure, Cerebro. Exposed is a neutral effect, like Charged, and doesn't do anything on its own. There are certain characters like Vol and Super Skrull that interact with characters inflicted with Exposed. Any ally can attack an exposed target to trigger an ability like Super Skrull's. But if Super Skrull dies, attacking the exposed target does nothing.
I noticed that you mentioned that the first Loki to our game was Classic Loki. Is that the terminology we've been using internally now that we have to identify which Loki we're talking about?
It certainly has made it easier for us now that we have so many Lokis and Loki variants in Marvel Strike Force, but I just thought it was a classy way of calling out Classic Loki.
It is classy. I like that. For Teen Loki, we've got Alligator Loki. Is that guy just hanging out observing the fight, or is he actually throwing down?
Oh no, the Alligator Loki is throwing down. Absolutely. In fact, Alligator Loki is going to be part of all of Teen Loki's animations. It's very cool.
Nice. I bet our animation team probably had a field day with that one.
You have no idea.
So obviously this is a great raids team. Are you expecting to see Bifrost shine in any other modes as well?
Yes, actually. Bifrost has a few callouts in their combat kits to Dark Dimensions. So with Super Skrull being the next Dark Dimension character, collecting Bifrost is going to help you get through those cosmic nodes.
One of the things I've noticed in a lot of our PvE content recently is we're seeing a lot of gambits showing up that can certainly be tough nuts to crack. Will Bifrost be able to deal you a better hand?
Absolutely. Vol has the ability to revive basically all of his allies. So even if you get unlucky with the hand that you're dealt, Vol is there to deal you a new deck.
We always got to talk about ISO 8 classes when it comes to new characters or even reworked ones. Which ones are you personally favoring with the Bifrost team?
Sure. Sylvie is a controller with really high focus. She steals buffs, so Skirmisher works really well on her to apply those vulnerables. Teen Loki applies a lot of regeneration. He's the support character for the team, so healer works really well on him. Beta Ray Bill flips defense up and regeneration on his ISO attack, so Striker works really well on him. Classic Loki is another high focus controller character, so Skirmish works well on him. And then finally, Vol, in raids, ISO attack can apply Expose, so Striker is absolutely strongest.
All right, I'm sold, Byron. When can we expect to see the Bifrost team in the game?
All the characters are currently scheduled for the next major release, which is going to be version 7.2, which is coming very soon.
All right, Byron. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, giving us this information, and for all the play on words today. It's been a lot of fun.
I've had a lot of fun, too. It is always a pleasure to come by for Strike Time, and hopefully I see you guys sometime in the future.
Greetings, Commanders. It is I, Archangel, your community manager, bringing you this episode's Community Spotlight. First, let's look at some of your accomplishments. First is Sparkle Lettuce, who unlocked Rogue's costume, Famine. I don't know about y'all, but I love this costume. Rogue's hair, the cape, she looks so intimidating. Next, we have Luez, who probably thought time stopped when he pulled 100 Kang shards. Lewis, I hope you jumped out of your seat because that is amazing. Next, we have Darks_Destroyer. I guess Drax wasn't available. I'm sorry, dude. Darks hit 15 million TCP. Those TCP or total collection power milestones are always a feel good. But I have to call out Darks that I am very impressed with your arena team and the fact you already have Baby APOC. Good job. I've received feedback from some players that they find the new incursion raid lanes to be a little confusing. So let's take a moment and let's go to marvelstrikeforce.com and let's look at a really good tool that you can use on there so that you can see the raid map. You can also map out lanes, and this tool can also be used to map out these raid lanes to give to your alliance mates so everyone knows where to go and what to do in the raid. Starting on the home page, go to Game at the top, then go to Maps. Now, click the drop menu and select the raid map you want to check out. We are going to the last one on the list and select Incursion Raid 1. This raid is divided into 3 sections. Most refer to them as left, middle, and right. Notice the left is one path, while middle and right are 2 paths, making an arrow shape. So if you want to make paths for the raid, all you do is click the green Create Lanes button. A box pops up and has a color square that you can click and select a color. We are going to select red. Now you click on the start point of the section you want to do. Let's start with the left section. Let's click that first node and notice the lane is colored red. Where you click, it will color in the direction that a player has to go. The left section is very simple, so we will just click every node real fast. Notice you do need to click the joining dots between nodes to do the path correctly. Okay, now let's do the middle section. We will do a color for each path. So I will change the color to blue now. Notice when we get to the boss node, it didn't go left with our blue color. When there are multiple directions you can go, just click the node again and the path will shift. So we will fill out the path, remembering to click twice on each boss node to make the blue color stay on the left path. Now let's make the right path green. Okay, finally for the right section, let's do yellow and purple. This section starts at the top since it is opposite the middle. Okay, now all you do is click Done. Now you can click the blue download button. Voila, you have your raid map. Now just assign players to the color lane. Finally, let's take a look at some of the amazing artwork done by some of our fellow commanders. First up, we have 3JustJ3, who did an awesome picture of Spider-Man 2099, who looks like he's modeled after the recent movie since he has the band on his wrist, and he also has an amazing color scheme and shadow use. We applaud you, Just Jay. You are a talented artist. Hitori has done an amazing profile picture of Symbiote Spidey. I have to say, you did a really good job utilizing the white eyes, just like they do in the animated movies. This particular expression reminds me of the face you make when you see an alliance mate make a questionable choice, like T4ing Hydra Guard's basic. Finally, we have one more from Just Jay, who put up a picture of the Guardians of the Galaxy. It gives me a little bit of a Scribblenauts meets Guardians vibe. How about you? Thank you for tuning in to our community spotlight. We always want to show off your accomplishments and your artwork. So please go to the official Marvel Strike Force Discord server and please post those. Please keep in mind, we can't use AI and other people's work. So make sure to put your work on there and just maybe you'll be in the next community spotlight.
Thank you so much for watching. We really enjoyed doing this show. So please share with your alliance mates and give us a like down there and show us some love, you know? We will see you on the next episode of Strike Time. Dude, $10 at a flea market, huh? Let me know in the comments your favorite Marvel shirt that you have found out in the wild. I'm going to be reading those comments.